Today, we need to talk about a problem. There is a common problem in the audio world. Now, real quick, if you're new to the channel, if you find this discussion interesting, if you agree with me by the end of the video, do me a favor, click subscribe down below. If you're already subscribed, welcome back. Now, I see this problem again and again and again. A prime example here, I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw this video. Now, that is a modified PlayStation 1 being used as a CD player. This generation of PlayStation has a pretty good built-in DAC, and audiophiles love it for that. It's kind of funny, you don't really have to play video games to appreciate how good the PS1 was at being a CD player. And one of the first comments I saw was this guy saying that you could get a considerably better Oppo CD player, HDMI, supports SACD, all these other things, and that it sounds way better. Well, you look a couple comments down, that guy has never actually tried the PlayStation CD player. Now, I'm not starting this discussion because I care about Oppo or PlayStations or any of that, but that someone, and this happens all the time, will comment saying that X is so much better than Y when they've never actually tried one. In fact, now we see entire channels of people reviewing things that they haven't tried. How does it even work? Well, usually they just look at a spec sheet. They look at either the frequency response or the manufacturer provided specifications and review the entire product off that. Now, don't get me wrong, frequency response is very important, but until you look like this, there is definitely more to a headphone that matters than that. But why is it that people do this? We see this in forums, we see this in YouTube comments, all kinds of other things where someone will say, well, that product sucks. This other product is so much better. And inevitably someone will ask, have you heard it? And they'll say, well, no, but I know it sucks. Or I know this other thing is better. How? I mean, there's certain things we can get through deductive reasoning. There's certain things we can infer. Like, in general, HiFiMan's not very good at making closed-back headphones. They might be one day. I mean, look at Meze, for example. They were never really super focused on measurements, and then they came out with the 109, which, honestly, that measures pretty good. It's definitely got some spicy treble in a couple areas. But that's a pretty big departure from some of their other offerings. I've even had people comment this on videos of products that haven't come out yet. I'll review something that I got my hands on a little bit early, and someone will comment saying, these are absolutely terrible, you should buy this instead, but the product doesn't come out for another 2 weeks after I released that video. What I'd really like to know is how they're time traveling. There are so many facets to an experience besides just a spec sheet or a feature set. I refer to headphones a lot because headphones, well, that's a lot of what I review and a lot of what I cover. But the same should go for a CD player, the same should go for a record player, a speaker, and so on. Yes, this other CD player has HDMI and SACD, but if I'm not listening to SACDs and I'm not using HDMI, then those two features don't really matter to me. And the novelty of having a PlayStation 1 that's been modified to make a really cool CD player, I mean, that's pretty sick. I want one, and I already have a CD player that's great. But I can't tell you if it's better or worse until I've actually used the thing. Now, I can't just snap my fingers and make it so this whole problem goes away, but as a community, we have enough of a voice that we can kind of prevent this thing from happening, or when it does happen, we can mention it. Hey guy, have you actually tried the thing? No? Cool. Consider shutting up. Okay, no, let's not be mean to people, but genuinely, I think that it's good to promote discussion in a way that's positive, that says, hey, if we haven't tried a thing yet, we probably shouldn't be weighing in a lot of opinions on whether it's good or bad. And we know this is the case for things outside of audio. I see it all the time in gaming. I see it all the time in PC building, other genres of tech, phones. People will say, the new iPhone sucks, or the new Android phone sucks. And what do you know, they haven't tried it yet. Not only have they not tried it, but a lot of them probably haven't ever even seen it in person. They've just seen a JPEG on Twitter. Here's the thing too, I'm guilty of this also. I've been doing this for roughly 8 years now, and early on in the hobby, there were plenty of times where I judged things before I ever got the chance to listen to them. And the thing is I've learned from that mistake over and over. So trust me, from someone who's spent far too much money on headphones, that it's really hard for you to judge a product before you actually spend time with it. And not 5 minutes, not an hour, but a couple of weeks. This is why videos come out slow on the DMS channel, because when I first get a product in, well, my opinion's not going to be the same as once I've had that product for a couple weeks and have consistently used it alongside my other reference benchmarks. Day one of that headphone, and day 14 of that headphone are not the same. And a lot of things that could either be really, really good features or things that become an impassable obstacle will reveal themselves in time. And if you can't judge a headphone in person after only an hour of use, then you can't judge a headphone based strictly off a picture of it on the internet. Another short video, another discussion I wanted to have with you guys. Let's continue it in the comments section down below. Again, did you find something interesting in this video? If so, if you're not already subscribed, please click the button down below. As always, that's going to wrap up this video, guys. If you liked it, like down below, comment, let me know what you want to see in the future. If you want to get active in the community, you can hit the Discord, the link in the video description. As always, don't forget to stick around and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Until next one. Peace.